to the channel. Today I'm going to show you a couple of quick tips that you can use on Canva to improve your YouTube thumbnails or add some elements that other YouTubers have used in the past that you think, how do they do that? How can they do that? There are ways of doing it there are many pieces of software out there that can do it, but Canva is obviously free, and a lot of the free options that you have on here you can use. Now, the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little picture of a dog, put them in the middle there. Now, if you wanted, for example, if this was a picture of your head, or your head on your shoulders, and you wanted to have that little glow, that little ring around the outside that a lot of YouTubers use to make it pop, make it stand out a bit, what you could do, if you click on it, click on Edit Image at the top here. Now, normally on other YouTube, on other tutorial videos, it will say, oh, you have the option here for shadow, but you don't, on some of the elements you add, you don't have that option straight away. So what you have to do is you have to go into another one of the options first. So say I want to go into split. Now split will make it look a bit funky, but if I then click on it again, it gives me the options, and I can take the amount right the way down so it looks almost like it did before. But what this does now, if I apply it and then I come out and I come back into edit image again, it will give me the options, a lot more options: frames, shadows, lots of the other things, paint effects, mosaics, all that kind of thing that you don't have originally. So now I have lots of other things on here. And if I go into glow, it will add a little glow around the outside of the image, like that. See a little glow around the outside of the image. Now, if I click on that glow again, it gives me options of what I want to do with it. So if I take out the blur altogether, what it will do is it will change that little fuzzy image into a line around the outside, and then you can gradually increase that as much as you want. See, I'm going to increase it a little bit like that. See, there you go. Oh, maybe that's a bit too much, but you can get the idea. Increase the size of it a little bit, and then if you change the color to white, and I change this background to a dark color so you can see it, change to black, and now you see that this is an outside line on the picture, and it gives you the option to make it stand out a bit more. So when you're on here, you can it kind of pops a bit more, it gives you a bit more that you can see. So click on the glow. I don't know why it didn't change the color for me. It should have done. Change it to white. But you get the idea. You see, you get an outline around the outside of the picture like that. Now, if you are using your own face on this, you get a much better result than if you're using a cartoon and things like this. But it gives you the outline around the outside of the image that you can have. And there's another thing I'm going to do, which I'm going to show you on this one. And this is one of those arrows that a lot of YouTubers use to show different parts of the thumbnail, things like that. If you wanted to do a drop on this before, what you would have to do is you would have to duplicate it and then make one of them dark. So you change one of the colors to black. Why does that not change color to black? Oh, there we go. And then if you had it on here, you can either have the light, change it so it's like that, so you have a light shadow beneath it, or if you swapped position and took it to the bottom, oh, what am I doing? Or if you had it on the bottom, is it going to swap over for me? No. Here we go on to it again. Let's go backwards. There we go. Then you could just move it a little bit to get the shadow that you want, like that. But that could be a bit fiddly. You've got extra steps involved. So what you can do, if I get rid of this altogether, change this one to white so we can see what we're doing. Okay, now if you go into edit image, now remember I showed you those options about the shadow. You don't get that again, you don't get it straight away. So you have to think about what you're going to do with it. So if I go into Trippy again, go into this one here, which I know is going to be the split. And it's going to split the image into two like that. If I'm going to click on there again, it will, if I change the amount, you can see you can get a slight different color on there as well at the same time. So if I was to change this, I can't change it on here, but if you can change the amount of it very slightly. But if I take it all the way out, so it looks like it's normal as it is before, apply it, and I come out, and I go back in, I now have the shadow option. So if I go down to where the shadows are, I can now do a drop. And what it will do, it will give me a drop on the arrow like that. And if I click on it again, you now get the ability to offset it, so you can have a much bigger shadow or a very light shadow. If you don't want it to be blurred, you can have it solid, or you can have it really blurry. Not that anyone wants that. You can do that as well. You can change the color of the shadow as well. You can change the angle of the shadow. So if you want it from a different angle, you can do that. You can change all kinds of different things, and you can also change where it's coming from. So if I say it's coming from the top, we get the shadow from the top. And that makes it easier, because it makes it much easier if you're going to do shadows rather than having a duplicate and have one black, one white, or whatever color. You can have it much more of a faint 3D looking arrow like that, if that's how you want it to be. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you've enjoyed this little tutorial. I will be doing other things on Canva and other applications as well. So if you've enjoyed this, please do remember to like and give the thumbs up and all that kind of thing. Subscribe, click the bell for notifications, all of that stuff. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye bye.